Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning into the Silly Goose Sports Talk. I am Big T.
And I am Skippy. And before we begin today's episode, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because it helps us bring you the latest sports news. Now, decently big week. This week, I had my soapbox race, and we'll talk about that for a little bit further. But it was very fun. I am potato of the week. I'll tell you that. We'll discuss that later. It was very good. They had a good lunch. It was a fun event.
What was the food like? What kind of food they have?
Barbecue. So, they had pulled pork sandwiches, beans, mac and cheese, coleslaw, etc. It was good. Was it
as overpriced as the Fred Nat Stadium food though?
No, not even close.
Okay, good.
It was $5 for kids, $10 for adults. If you're a racer, you get it free. There's also free ice cream for the racers. So
jackpot. That's nice.
It was very nice. Now we also got a new dishwasher because our old one was crap. Like it was a KitchenAid, so you're like, oh, this should be good. It should work every time. And then you have it where it breaks every other month, like the shelf itself, the plastic.
Ours, the rail thing on the bottom, because you have to roll the thing out. Something's up with the rail on ours, so the bottom.
That happened. Yes, that happened. That happened, but it was on the second shelf.
Oh,
Alexa, shut up. Alexa, quiet.
Hey, we're not giving Amazon any more advertisement time. So, in the meantime, let's jump right into baseball.
All right. So we have.
Or do you have more dishwashers?
We have the old Freddie Knight. I do not have more dishwashers. So we have the old Fred Nats went to Fayetteville this week and won 2, but lost 4, including a 13-9 win and a 5-1 loss. I might be going to a game Saturday.
Ooh,
no, not Saturday. I'm at Friday or something. I don't remember. But yeah,
that's good to hear.
Nats being the Nats again.
The big Nats. It was a slow start to the week. They got swept by the Mets, but then they took 3 out. Then they took 3 of 4 from the Reds. So, I mean, we'll take that. But this season's off the rails anyways, and we'll take whatever we can get at this point. There's no expectations in Washington now. So
yeah. Pirates somehow still doing good. So Pirates put the old men away and we got the old young guns. We actually sweep the Dodgers and put up a fair fight against the D-backs. So
that's
Pirates, good. All in all, we're an average team compared to the Nets.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Now, in other baseball news, we do have the Orioles losing a lot, and then the Braves are meh.
Orioles being Orioles.
Before we leave the entire baseball sphere, we got to say Virginia Tech's baseball team is one of the best they've had in a long time. They're going deep into the postseason. They put up 14 runs in an inning, so that's something, I guess.
College baseball is fun.
Yeah, but is that
an NCAA thing or?
Oh yeah, it's NCAA. They're going for the College World Series. The past week, they've been going on an absolute tear. Like they on Friday they beat Wright State 15-9, and then on Saturday they went on an absolute tear in the 4th inning and they put up 14 runs against Columbia, and now they're going to be facing off against Oklahoma in one of the. I don't know if it's the final round. It's not the final round, but it's like one of the big time rounds. Super regional. I think it's like the Elite 8 or something like that.
It might win something other than bass fishing.
Hey, yeah, I mean, we'll take it any day, but it's nice to see something locally be doing pretty good.
Maybe when T-Ball goes to Virginia Tech, he'll win the bass fishing.
Oh yeah,
2 years ago.
We'll get a second national championship in there.
All right, now we have also decent amount of NHL. So Penguins, the PPJ Paints Arena will be under new management this season. The Penguins and the Fenway Sports Group have selected Zero VG 360 of Oakview Group to manage the book and operate PPG Paints Arena. Penguins announced this on Monday, so cool.
Yeah, it looks like new management can be good and it can be really bad because last time the Washington Redskins / Commanders, when they went under new management and Dan Snyder, he
Dan Snyder is just no one likes him,
man, I'm sick of him. But that's not the team in Washington that we're covering at the moment. At the moment, we will be covering the Washington Capitals. And Alan May is joining fellow NBC Sports Washington analyst Craig Laughlin in a beer business. Through Solus Brewing Company, recently released an IPA entitled May ZY16. I'm not a brewer and I am not a drinker yet, but I don't know what that means. But cool.
Yeah.
Other NHL. Oh, carry on.
Yes, in other NHL news, we have playoffs. So the conference finals include the Lightning versus the Rangers. The home game has been holding serve. Rangers won games 1-2, 6-2, and 3-2. And Lightning won game 3-2. So we'll see.
Now, in the Western Conference, it was closer than it looked. Not sure. Why does it say not sure whether the Oilers even showed up? So the Avalanche completed the sweep last night with a 6-5 overtime win after being down 3-1 in the game. But, however, game 1 was an absolute crapshoot. I loved that. It was an 8-6 final, even though I was rooting for Edmonton. It was goaltending.
Why do you for the Edmonton, bro?
Because I'm sick of Colorado. I'm just sick of them. And it's like, I really wanted to see that top line, McDavid,
Avalanche has a
Draisaitl,
better
and
chance
Kane.
of. I think Colorado has a better chance of beating the Rangers if they go.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Tampa looks like they might tie the series tonight. We'll see what happens.
I am waiting for the Lightning right now. I'm waiting for them.
I'm sick of the Lightning too, so
I don't care. I just want the Rangers to fall.
But for that strategy, you'd want the team. No, never mind.
Yeah, okay. We have actually a lot of NHL news. So,
yeah.
In NHL news, we have Bruce Cassidy was fired as coach of the Boston Bruins on Monday. Now, the Bruins qualified for the Stanley Cup in each of Cassidy's 6 seasons. They lost to California Hurricanes in 7 games.
California?
In 7 games in the Eastern Carolina, in 7 games in the Eastern Conference first round this season. Now Cassidy was 245, 108, and 46, and 36, 37 in the playoffs, including a trip to the Stanley Cup 2019. But the Bruins lost that to St. Louis Blues in 7 games.
Yeah. Patrice Bergeron had a surgery to repair a tendon in his left elbow on Tuesday, a procedure the Bruins captain said has been in the making for the past 2 years. Bergeron expected to need 10 to 12 weeks to recover, which would have him immediately ready to play by the end of August, should he decide to return to Boston for a 19th NHL season. And that's all we got for hockey, and we do have a bunch of stuff going on in the NFL right now. For the Washington Commanders, they are having a tough time getting support for a new stadium, which is what you just said, Skippy. Nobody likes Dan Snyder. And that's the problem.
It's because he'll botch it.
Virginia legislation decided to push the vote for the stadium funding to a further date.
Maryland, you have a stadium. What do you mean?
Have you seen FedEx Field? Have you seen FedEx Field? Have you seen the pipes in there that
revamp it, man?
And the poo water falls all over the fans. I mean, what's funny is it's the richer fans. It's like more expensive seats that the things got pooped on. But it's funny. But nonetheless, it's poo water. I could have gone to a Coldplay concert up there this summer. You know what I said? I said nah. When one of our buddies said, hey, let's go to Coldplay, I said no, because that is FedEx Field. And FedEx Field has the poo water problem, and we are not doing that. So, what
are you going to do with the stadium then? Just
tear it apart. Just let it. It's a mess. That stadium was top notch 20 years ago. But 20 years ago is 20 years ago. And that stadium is a dump. It's a dump. Now, it's not the dump that RFK was, but RFK was special. RFK was our dump. FedEx Field is just a dump. That's the dump. It's the Landover dump. Just
because DC is a dump.
So, yeah, Maryland has offered $400 million towards the development of the surrounding a new stadium, but no money for the actual stadium. Meanwhile, a return to Washington, D.C. at the old RFK site appears to be a pipe dream due to numerous congressional hurdles. However, the Commanders still have their sights set on a new stadium in Virginia. And to give hopes a fighting chance, the Commanders appear to set a proposed new stadium that would have a capacity of 55,000 seats. Now, that's another problem. That's a far cry from his current stadium, FedEx Field, with a capacity of 91,000 seats in Landover, Maryland. The proposed 55,000 seat stadium would be the smallest in the NFL. Now, there can be ups and downs of that. If it's the smallest stadium, it's easier to fill it up. And as we know, Washington has had attendance issues in the past 10 or so years. But...
well, it's exactly for the reason you said. They don't want to experience the poo water.
Yeah, exactly. But the problem is if they build a new stadium that's smaller, and it's all these newer stadiums that they're hosting the Super Bowl and all these big-time games at.
Yeah, you can't host something like the Super Bowl.
You can't host something like that in a tiny stadium like that. That's the problem. You know, that's why Nats Park is so big. That's because they had the All-Star game there a couple years ago. And that was fun. I mean, I wasn't there, but I wish I was there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a mess in Washington, and we'll get more of those details as they come available to us. What's up in Pittsburgh?
Now Steelers-wise, we have Steven Tuitt announced his retirement from football on Wednesday, actually, ending his speculation regarding whether he would return following missing the entire 2021 season with a knee injury and while dealing with the loss of his brother, Richard Barlett. Now, it's still unsolved hit and run accident last June. So we'll see about that. Now, we also have the Steelers sign fourth round draft pick Calvin Austin to a 4-year deal on Monday. Now, leaving only first round pick Kenny Pickett still unassigned.
I mean, they're probably still working out those rookie deals. So
yeah, we'll see.
Now, in other NFL news, you have the Rams. Aaron Donald just got paid. The Rams restructured Aaron Donald's current contract, giving him $40 million raise. The deal includes a $65 million guaranteed money over the first 2 years. Donald, who contemplated retirement after winning Super Bowl 56 with the Rams, has had the option to either retire or return for the 2024 season for an additional $30 million guaranteed. So, whew.
What the heck, man? You know, to me, I almost got paid like $40 to babysit, and then they only took Aaron and not me.
Oh.
It's because she babysits him all the time, but she didn't have a second person. And so my sister was like, hey, I don't even know. My brother can babysit. So I went, oh, cool, $40. Nice. Because they pay well.
Oh, so you got free money.
And then they go, oh, but we only want Aaron. And I saw the money like sand drift through my fingers. It was sad.
Oh. So they took the voice of reason and not you. Oof.
Yep. I mean, I don't blame them because it's when it comes to babysitting, they're only going to choose the girls, honestly.
Yeah, and another thing about babysitting is it really depends on the kids. There are a lot of kids that just don't like me. I don't know why. It's like I'm friendly with them. I'm like, hey, buddy, how's it going? And they're like, eh! Like, what do I do to you? Is it because of the hat? Do you not like Hendrick Motorsports?
It's you know McGriddle's younger sister.
Yeah,
she hates me so much.
Which one? Speed Bump or the other one?
No, small one. The tiny one.
Tiny?
The tiniest one.
I don't know the tiniest one. I only know McGriddle.
Okay, tiniest one. Whenever I even see her in public, she'll just go, ew. Or anything like that, because we're in the same co-op. It hurts my little heart to me.
Oof.
Yeah.
Now, Jimmy Garoppolo will not be at San Francisco 49ers mandatory minicamp this week. It's not surprising from either side. Jimmy G has been rehabbing from shoulder surgery away from the facility, so ouch. And it looks like Trey Lance is probably going to take that starting job this year. So Jimmy G is probably going to be kicked to the curb this year. So,
oof. Yeah, we'll see. And also, after 50 years of coaching football, 74-year-old Romeo Serrano announced his retirement on Monday. Also, Walmart is buying the Broncos? Question mark.
Okay, I saw this thing the other day. It said that the Broncos, because the Broncos are up for sale. And then there's one guy of the Walton family. The Walton family are the guys who own Walmart, or at least they founded Walmart. One of those rich guys in that family is trying to buy out the Broncos or something like that. So I don't know all the specifics yet, but we'll get a lot more of those next week. So
of course, Walmart's trying to buy them. All right.
Now for the race cars this week, I didn't type up anything, so I am winging it. So this week in the Truck Series race at Gateway, I missed most of it, but I was able to catch the end of it where Christian Eckes was leading coming to the final restart for the third week in a row. But both the weeks before, he had lost it at the very end. And this was no different when the KBM trucks of Corey Heim and Chandler Smith got around him. And Corey Heim ran off with the win. But what happened in the middle of the pack was pretty scary. You had a Carson Hocevar taking a monster hit in the driver's side, and he had to be taken out of the truck in a stretcher. So he was later determined to be okay, but we something with his ankle. We don't know the specifics of that, but he had to be taken on a stretcher in an ambulance to a local hospital. So yeah, that was a scary moment. And then Corey Heim wins his first truck race. So good for Corey. And then in the Xfinity Series race, you have an absolute what's the word for this? It was chaotic in the Xfinity Series race at Portland. You had AJ Allmendinger coming from the back all the way to the front to win the race. And you had Jesse Iwuji spinning Ty Gibbs under caution, which I will say that was fun. I enjoyed that because Ty Gibbs, I'm not the biggest fan of him. Yeah, he's got talent, but he's getting too big for his head. It's getting to his head. So, in the Cup Series race, you have another absolute crapshoot. You have Ross Chastain absolutely dive bombing Denny Hamlin and pelting him into the fence. And Denny Hamlin didn't like that too much. So Denny Hamlin with his car being a lot slower, he was waiting for Ross Chastain. He tried to pin him up against the wall. I mean, that didn't work too well. And then they started beating and banging onto each other, and NASCAR race control didn't like that. So they're like, all right, knock it off. And then the next restart, Ross Chastain comes over and turns Chase Elliott, my guy. And I didn't like that too much. So in the next restart after that, Chase Elliott came and he didn't like that too much. So he went and pelted Chastain up into the wall. And guess who's right behind him? Mr. Denny Hamlin, who Ross Chastain had just annoyed earlier in the race. So Denny Hamlin came and he went and pegged him right in the side. And that was very, very chaotic. So as you
sounds kind of fun.
You could say Chase Elliott and Denny Hamlin tag teamed Ross Chastain. That was funny.
Well, you can't annoy those people. Now, USFL.
Hold on, I didn't say who won the race yet. Right. Joey Logano beat Kyle Busch on the last restart because the Busch brothers didn't know how to. The Busch brothers, they didn't do their hand signals right because to jump the restart. But I don't know. It doesn't. It's hooey.
Okay then.
Yeah.
USFL wise, we have Pittsburgh Maulers once again lost 18-29. Yay.
And then you got the Philadelphia Stars crushing the Panthers 46-24. So yay, at least they got something done.
USFL is just falling off again.
It was fun at first. I loved the XFL so much.
XFL was very cool.
Yeah, but this USFL is just not to that caliber. I mean, yeah, it's good. Good thing it's got a good TV contract because if it did not have that Fox and NBC contract, it would be. It'd already be gone. And we got NBA, the Celtics and Warriors in the final. They're tied 1-1. That's nothing significant there. But
nothing too significant there. But
we also have a couple of trade rumors, right?
I don't listen to that much NBA, so
Okay, I'll
you
cover
can
it.
talk about
So
some.
Kevin O'Connor of The Ringer reported Monday that the Blazers want to land a star, and the Washington Wizards guard Bradley Beal is a potential target. O'Connor adds that Beal befriended the Blazers franchise player Damian Lillard when they were teammates for the USA's basketball team in the Tokyo Olympics. Yeah, get Bradley Beal out of town. It was fun to have him for all these years, but if we're building for the future, Bradley Beal is not the guy you want to build around. As much as I hate to say it, Kyle Kuzma and Kristaps Porzingis, those are the guys now. I loved John and Brad and Westbrook when he was here, but if you want to build for the future, you got to build around these guys that you have now. You got to have Kuzma, you got to have Porzingis, you got to have KCP, Rui Hachimura, Denny Avdia, and Corey Kispert. Those guys are the young guys you got to build with. And it's going to be tough in Washington. It's always tough in Washington, but yeah, it stinks.
All right. Now we have a little bit of tennis for some reason. So we have Rafael Nadal overwhelmed Casper Ruud and in straight sets Sunday to win 14th French Open Championship and second in 22nd Grand Slam title. Now I do want to cover golf here. So golf,
sweet.
there is a new golf league in the world, the LIV Golf Series. Now,
What's that?
Phil Mickelson has officially joined the LIV Golf Series, and he got paid a pretty penny to do so. Per report, he signed $200 million to play that for the LIV. Now, that's so much more than the PGA. Dustin Johnson, winner of 2 major PGA championships and former world number 1, was paid $150 million for 3 years of commitment. Now, this is the craziest thing. Tiger Woods has reportedly turned down $1 billion to join.
Hold on.
He turned it down.
I think
that was a stupid choice.
If a startup league like this has is signing all this money away immediately, they don't have all this money. This is some sort of Ponzi scheme.
Probably is, but we'll see.
The feds are gonna get involved. This is gonna be like the Ganassi DC Solar incident.
We'll see, but still, the first tournament this week. Open up! It features team play, no cuts, and only 54 holes. This might be interesting, man. Who knows?
All right. I'll keep an eye on this. This might be fun.
Soccer
now we got a bit of soccer for the United States men's national team. They played some international friendlies. They beat Morocco 3-0, and then they tied with Uruguay 1-1, which I don't know if that's concerning that U.S. didn't win, but like where is Uruguay? Isn't that like South America?
For sure.
I don't know. I have not been obsessed with a map since I was like 10. I was like, what county is next to what county? Yeah, that was me.
I know is Canada's our top hat and Mexico's our shoes.
Now, what are our dad jokes for this week, Skippy?
Alrighty, now. Jag jokes. Dad jokes include, what did the duck say when she purchased new lipstick?
What?
Put it on my bill. I went hunting for some fog today. Missed.
No.
That's nice. What did Venus say to Saturn? Give me some ring time.
Okay, that's funny. That one's funny. I like that one.
What did the mayonnaise say when somebody opened the refrigerator?
What?
Hey, close the door. I'm dressing.
Man,
what did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet?
What?
Supplies. That's actually all I have. I like the supplies one personally.
But... Yeah, that was funny. I did like the Saturn one.
I didn't get the Saturn one as much.
Saturn has the rings.
Yeah, sure, but why
Ring
to the
time.
US?
I don't know. It's just in general. It doesn't
You
need
have
to
to
be.
understand it.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't have to be anything specific. It just if the punchline is with Saturn. You
Right?
ask Jupiter for ring time. That doesn't make sense.
Sure. All
So
right,
what are
now
potatoes this week?
potato of the week we have me. Now this is a self-acclaimed potato week. So I did make it past first round, decently easy. Second round, I won the first one, but unfortunately, I did hit like maybe 5 cones, which doesn't disqualify you, but it will slow you down. Obviously, I still won that one, but it was by like 0.0808 or something like that. So
So it was a neck and neck.
yeah, but second round, I ended up losing, and so I lost in the second round, got eliminated by 0.034. Now they time it by different. So when someone hits, the other person hits, the time in
Yeah,
between those. So I lost by
that's how NASCAR.
0.034.
Whew, that sucks.
It was still fun, but I did lose at a very good time because it was lunch break, so we could get our car out.
Oh.
Because you have to park all the way at like Lowe's.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. And
Can you
walk all the
just
way over.
park at Holy Cross and you'll be fine?
It's that isn't much better. Because Holy Cross, you'd still have to walk all the way up and then down. But it's not like we had the car with us because you have to impound it like a month before. Now, round 2 of the week, we have Canadian hockey. For the 29th year in a row, the Stanley Cup will not be won by a team from Canada. Oof. I don't actually have a job for the week. Yeah, one, Timmy?
Not one I can say here.
All right. So just know we have one in our hearts, which is always. Now, sweep potato of the week,
Yes,
we have the Fred Nets outfielder Jeremy J. De La Rosa has been named the Carolina League Player of the Month by Minor League Baseball. Very nice.
Good for him.
Congrats to Jeremy De La Rosa. Now we also have Silly Goose Week. We have the Pirates' first sweep of the season against the Dodgers. It's actually the first sweep since 2020. Cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So for Big T's music notes, I will say that classical music killed me.
Oh, wait, did you actually do that?
Yeah. So, you know what I did? I found a loophole. So I started listening to 106.7 more. So,
What?
Yeah, so because instead of listening to music all the time, I just turned on the radio and listened to 106.7 for sports. It's not music.
GG.
Did you enjoy the album though, American Idiot?
Yeah, it was good. I think I've already listened to it before, but yeah, it was good. It was a good time.
Yeah, which songs did you like of it most?
Well, of course, you have to go with Boulevard Broken Dreams. I feel that's just a classic.
That one's a good one, but Letter Bomb is such a. I like Letter Bomb. That one's mine.
Yeah, of course, you have the beautiful song called Photograph. You know, the guy goes, "Look at this photograph." Yes, I know.
That's Nickelback.
I know.
Well, that's a good song too, though. I don't.
No, it's
Nickelback
not.
does not
Stinks.
Look, the thing about Nickelback is not a top-notch band, but they're not trash either. They're just middle of the road. I don't get why.
Look at his photograph.
Nickelback does not deserve all the hate. You know who else does not deserve all the hate? Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah, he's done some stupid stuff, but his past 2 albums are awesome. Tickets to My Downfall, I have that album on my record player. Absolutely glorious. Mainstream Sellout is pretty good too.
By the way,
I have a bunch of old records that were my Grammys. I have a couple of Beatles, some Simon and Garfunkel, a bunch of Glenn Campbell, old stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
And then I have some new ones. I have Luke Combs' first album. I have 2 Taylor Swift albums. I have the Linkin Park Hybrid Theory album.
Nice.
And then a couple other country albums and stuff like that. Cool. And then Machine Gun Kelly album. So yeah, that's fun.
Right.
But for the country charts this week, we have number 5 is Till You Can't by Cody Johnson, which that song stuck around for a long time. And then Number 4, we have Wasted on You by Morgan Wallen. Number 3, you got Take My Name. Number 2, you got Slow Down Summer by Thomas Rhett. And then at number 1 is Trouble with a Heartbreak by Jason Aldean. It's second week in a row at number 1.
Trouble with a Heartbreak isn't too bad. Feels like a song I listened to at like 11 p.m. at night. Yeah, but it sounds like something you'd listen to when it's very high traffic.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those songs.
Now, another thing was I listened to Zach Bryan's American Heartbreak album yesterday, and that album was really good. Zach Bryan is one of the guys in the more red dirt acoustic scene of country music, the more like traditional style of it. It was stuff that I personally enjoy because
it's not like weird country pop.
It's not. The thing about country pop is the stuff that they're putting on country radio right now. Don't call it country music. Just call it Southern pop or Nashville pop. It's not
Southern pop.
It's not. It's not real country music. Just because you put a banjo in it does not make it a country song. Look at Old Town Road. That's not a country song.
That was never classified as a country song.
No, they put it on the country charts for a few weeks, and then Billboard. Then Billboard finally did something smart for once. They're like, "Hey, that's not a country song." I mean, neither is half of the stuff on the country charts, but
definitely not.
Yeah,
it's unlike other things where it's highly recognized and glorified as a country song, but it's really not.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say what happened to the stuff of 10 years ago? What happened to Chicken Fried? Chicken Fried is glorious.
Really great song.
What happened to Old Lady Antebellum back when they were good?
Yeah.
Now they're not good.
You know,
that's what happens when you change your name. You're not good anymore.
Times change, cultures change.
Yeah, but
the world changes, Timmy. And music goes with it. Well, everybody, that is just about all we have for this week. Now, we also have Sports Tuesday tonight. So if you live in the Virginia Fredericksburg area, make sure to go to where is it? Old Mill Park. Old Mill Park tonight.
Watch some people from like.
Was it like 6:30 to 8:30 to 8?
Yeah, it's 6 to 8. Well, watch some guys from like California fly over and like, hey, we're here for sports.
Now we need to clarify this. Only go for a kid. Let's not get any creepy adults showing up. Just I know some of you guys are watching from Russia. Like, chill out a little bit, man. So, all right.
Also, knee injuries are not allowed. So
yeah, no knee injuries. If you go, then you're immediately banned because you had a knee injury. Now we're gonna have you sign a form.
No, so don't get a knee injury.
If you break any bones, we're not liable for it. It's your own problem.
Hey, which is good that I messed up my knee on the first one that was not officially run by the church.
Imagine Tatiana. She would have a heart attack, man.
That would have been horrible. Oh, she dodged a bullet for that.
She really did dodge a bullet because she would have got blamed.
Yeah, I mean, I would not.
Also, thankfully, it was. I know you would have, but thankfully, it was also your brother who did it too.
Yeah,
it wasn't like some random kid that you would have to deal with.
Like if it was you, that'd be a running joke for the podcast.
It would be. That would have been better content, man.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll break your other knee now just for laughs.
Oh no! For the I protect my knees. No, that's not a big funny. That's not. How about we do a big funny and we mess up your knee?
No.
Hey, you can join the Cripple Club. Me and Harrison
are the
Crippled Knee Club.
I need my knees for things like walking outside and touching
and I've
grass.
lived without him for 6 months. You can touch grass with your finger. You just go poop.
Oh, who knew? Well, I don't take things like showers, so it'll be fine.
Oh, speaking of showers with a knee injury, I had to have.
Yeah, I do that. That's why I'm referencing. I heard it's terrible.
Yeah, that bench thing. One time I slipped off the bench and I landed on my hind end, and my tailbone's already really messed up. So I was like, "Ow!"
Oh, that sounds.
I was fine, but
that sounds not fun.
It was not fun.
Well,
it was a very
that is all we
grueling
have
experience.
for the Goose Sports Talk. And just remember,
Yes, sir.
make sure to subscribe, and we will see most of you next week. Keep on
Yes, sir.
honking.